Welcome to the Soul Happy Success series. I'm your host and your coach, Rebecca. What is up? Today we are sharing the best confidence training as voted by my clients. But before we start, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button if you find value in today's video. So this past weekend, I launched my first Crank Up Your Confidence challenge, and I want to share with you the most impactful piece of training that I delivered based on what these women told me. This is not what I think. This is about what they think and about what actually made them really feel more confident. And the main concept of the training was that you already are. Now, hear me out. Before you're like, I'm the shyest person ever, I'm not confident, how dare you tell me that? Hear me out, because the understanding of confidence needs to shift first. The way I see it, confidence is a bit like playing darts. If you've ever played or you've seen the game played, did you see yourself hit the bullseye the first time? Probably not. If you haven't tried before, you can't expect to hit that bullseye, right? And confidence is not trusting your ability that it will be perfect, because if it was, then you would throw that first dart and you'd think, well, do you know what? I have lost the game. I am a failure. I can't play darts. There's 100 reasons in your mind why you can't do it after one throw. So if that was the meaning of confidence, that you had to get it perfect first time, then you wouldn't be confident in anything, because very rarely are we confident the first time we do something. So confidence is actually the trust that you have in your ability to learn and that you'll work out along the way. That's confidence, is trusting enough to try. And I'm sure you can remember a time where you wouldn't usually have the confidence to do something. So for example, you might feel like, oh no, if I was given the wrong meal at a restaurant, I would just eat it, right? But if you were allergic to peanuts and they bring you a peanut satay and the smell is making your throat close up, then you're going to say, I'm sorry, I didn't order this. I'm actually allergic to peanuts. When it's on the line, you'll take the action. I used to be so terrified to go into stores. It still gets me sometimes, and I'm like, no, I must do it. But to go into stores and ask them questions. And I was back in Shetland with my nephew. We were hanging out. We were on the street, the only shopping street in the whole of Shetland. And we went past this shop that does, it's called A Fired Up. It's brilliant. This is not an ad. If you're in Shetland, go. It's great. It's a lot of fun. You paint these models and they put them in a kiln, they fire them, and then you have these painted models. So you can get whatever you want. So it can be like a teacup or a bowl, but also they do dinosaurs and unicorns and all these really cool things. They do great things at Christmas. And we walked past and my nephew was like looking in. There's all these kids and he just wanted to go in and he just wanted to paint anything. He didn't really care. And I, in that moment, thought to myself, oh God, I'm the adult and he wants to do this and I want him to be happy. Okay, we're doing this. So I go in and I'm like, hi, do you have any space for us to join in? And the woman's so nice, because they usually are, especially in that shop, they're great. But usually when you go into a restaurant or shop, people are really nice. They want you to buy shit. So they're going to be nice to you. So we go in and then he paints all these dinosaurs and we leave. But we would have missed out on that memory if I had been too scared to try. And this was the part that impacted women the most this weekend, is that there have been times where you've already been confident. Whether it's you've handed back food or you've taken your nephew to paint some dinosaurs, right? You just have to remind yourself that you are. So when this video ends or this pod ends, whatever you're listening on, if you're on video, if you're on pod, whatever it is, when this ends, take 10 minutes. You will not regret this. Take this 10 minutes and write down 30 times, no more, no less, 30 times you've proved that you are already confident. And I've dropped a bunch of examples in the show notes so you can check them out. But for those listening on pod, It would be things like, you spoke out when someone else wouldn't, or you wore clothing that someone told you that's too much, or you showed up live on your social media, or you had a difficult conversation, or you took part in some kind of sport or an extreme sport that you were nervous to try. Because what if we started asking ourselves better what if questions, right? Instead of what if I fail, what if I don't like it, what if I don't get it perfect first time, what if you stop telling yourself that you couldn't do whatever it is that you want to do? What if you could lose the weight? What if you could leave the relationship? What if you could say I love you? What if you could start the business? What if you could change jobs? What if you started to fuel yourself with the idea that you've already made steps in this direction? You're already confident. This is just the next step. It starts with confidence, starts with already being what you're looking for. And I know that you have at least 30 reasons. You'll not be able to start and you'll think, oh gosh, what is this blonde chick making me do? And you'll do a couple and you'll think, oh, this is so hard. I can't think of another one. Then you'll get on a roll and you'll start to see so many situations. You'll be like, she said no more than 30, but I really want to keep going. And do you know what, boo? If you want to keep going, you do you, right? But if you're in this place of, I'm not confident, if you're telling yourself, I am not confident, I cannot do these things, you won't. You're going to miss 100% of the shots you're not taking. So the idea of this training was believe that you already are, remind yourself of situations where you've done it, write them down so that you solidify them in your mind, and then take some action that you think right now, oh, that takes too much confidence. Oh, when you're fueled with I already am confident, it's so much easier to take the action. So tell yourself that you're already confident, prove to yourself that you're already confident, and go out and take some great action. Those are your 3 steps from today. So I hope that was useful. That was the top lesson from the Crank Up Your Confidence Challenge. If you missed it, we missed you too, boo. And if you are looking for a place to grow your confidence and to stay accountable, I know that is so fundamental in the journey of growing your confidence, and you want to join a group of women who crave consistent support and be rewarded for putting in the work, not just for achieving the goal, then you need to check out the Confidence Compound membership. I will link in the show notes. You can go and check it out and see if it's for you. And in the meantime, as always, know that I'll be over here believing in you, and you've already got this. You just need to write down your 30 reasons and remember that you do. Mwah.